Okay, so next. So next we have a module 5. So the in a module 5, what we are identifying is, we are identifying what is a pattern, what are the different categories of a pattern, what is a design pattern, what is the architectural pattern, and what are idioms. So these are the things that you are going to learn with respect to the module 5. And there are different types of pattern. So the pattern can be based on a management pattern, communication pattern, and a design pattern. So depending upon this, we have a classification. So in a lab set program, we have come across a various types of pattern. So for communication pattern, it can be a forwarder receiver pattern or a client dispatcher pattern. So for management pattern, the example can be a command pattern. And for access pattern, one example that we can have is a proxy server. The proxy is a one more pattern. So we have this same patterns in our theory part. Okay. So before doing that, what we need to do, we need to identify, we need to know what's a pattern and how we are trying to use this pattern. Okay, so the first thing is we need the chapter. So this, the module 5 is available in the second book, that is a pattern or pattern oriented software or pattern oriented software architecture. So in that book you have two chapters. One is a chapter 1 and one is a in a chapter 2, one section that is 2.4 or 2.3, and the chapter 3. So these are the things that you are going to have with respect to the module 5. So I will begin with the chapter 1 with respect to the patterns and design patterns. So we have already discussed about various patterns. So how do we define a pattern? Say a pattern is defined as a software architecture which describes a particular recurring design problem which arises in a specific design context. So we have seen a context. We are taking a particular context. So depending upon a context, we are providing a scheme. We are providing a solution. We are defining a problem. So depending upon that, so if similar kind of problems are arising, so what we are using, we are trying to use a pattern to resolve the problem. So that is how we are trying to indicate the pattern. And the next thing is what makes a pattern. So how the pattern can be done. So the pattern can be done based on the three things. So one is a context. One is a context, one is a problem, and one is a solution. So the context is a given situation, a situation giving rise to the problem. So we are taking a particular situation. Say for example, if you are taking a result analysis. So result analysis is a particular context. So how we are analyzing that? So what arise that particular problem? So how we can resolve it. So the problem says that whether it is a recurring problem. Yes, the result analysis is a recurring problem. So there are different semesters, there are different courses. So we need to select a particular pattern or we need to fit a particular format in which way the result analysis can be provided in a easier manner. So next thing is a solution, a proven resolution. So how do we do that proven resolution? Hmm. How do we do that proven resolution? We are based on a problem. What are the forces? What are the tasks that has to be carried out? Based on that task, we are trying to find in what way the solution can be taken care. That has to be taken care. Okay. So the next thing is we need to have a pattern categories. So what are the different pattern categories that we are having? So one is a architectural pattern, one is a design pattern, and one is a EDM. So these are the three different pattern categories that we are trying to have. So when we say so um, how can we do that? So an architectural pattern expresses the fundamental structures, organization of a schema for a software system. That means we are trying to identify the entire complex system. So whatever the complex systems are there, so that particular software systems has to be identified. So after identifying that, so what we need to do, we need to identify um, we need to identify what are the different subsystems are there. So when you say a different subsystem, so what are the different subsystems? What are the different subsystems that are there? So that we need to identify. Okay, so after identifying that, what we need to do, so based on the rules guidelines, what we need to do, whatever the software components are there, we need to try to create a relationship between the components. So based on that components, we need to try to identify the solutions. So next thing is design pattern. So whatever the lab set of programs that we have done, so all these patterns we are calling it as a design pattern. So what is the purpose or why do we call those as a design patterns? So in that when you say a design patterns, it has its own schema, it has its own solution. So how do we define a design pattern? So it provides a particular schema refining a subsystem. So it describes a commonly recurring structures. So how we are trying to solve. So what is the context that we have taken? What is the problem that we have taken? So depending upon that, we need to identify the design pattern. So the next thing is we need to uh, identify what is the template or what is the format that we need to follow. Say for example, it can be a if you are taking a pattern name as a publisher subscriber or a observer pattern. So what we are trying to identify, what we need to do, we are identifying the name of a pattern. So we are taking a context of a pattern. We are defining what are the problems. Say for observer pattern, we had taken the, if anyone we are there will be a observer which will be observing. So if any changes are there, it is tried to notify with respect to the other dependent components. So that is what an example that we have taken. So for that, whatever the component that we are identifying, so whether these particular components are able to restore. So what is the changing mechanism that we are trying to have, that has to be identified. So this is how the pattern that we are trying to indicate. And the next thing is solution. So to make a to identify a solution, what we are trying to do, we are need to implement the change propagation mechanism. So the change propagation mechanism I have told. So if any one of the observer is going to make any changes, so that change has to be taken care. So how the changes can be done? So it gets a notification. So once it gets a notification, so what happens? It is trying to adopt those changes within a system. So that is how the publisher subscriber is going to work. So in this example, we are taking in the manner of a register or unregistered mechanism. So it will identify the independent components. So whether that components have been registered. So if that particular component is not been functioning, then what happens? It can unregister to the system. So next, what we have is a we have a uh, we have a structural diagram. So in a structural diagram, what we have a example has a subject and a observer. In a subject, what we have some attribute called as a application data. It can be any particular application. So the weather forecasting can also be a publisher subscriber. So depending upon a temperature can be a data. So humidity, low temperature, minimum temperature, maximum temperature. So that can be an application data. So the propagate change. So how the changes is depending upon a humidity. So what happens? The climate is going to change. So that is what a change in a propagation change mechanism is going to appear there. So next we can attach the observer. We can detach the observer. So whatever the changes that are being taken with respect to the climate, so those propagation mechanism will be adopted with respect to the interface. So through this black circle indicates solid circle indicates the interface with this case. So whatever the interface are there, through the interface it is going to update the observer. So next thing is a idiom. So the idiom is nothing but a low level. An idiom is a low level pattern. So which specifies a programming language. So so in what way? What are the different programming languages that can be taken care? So once we have defined the components and how the components are going to communicate with each other based on a coupling or a decoupling. That means depending upon a type of a strong relationship or a weak relationship, depending upon the features we are trying to identify that. So that is what we call it as a idiom. So when we say a idiom, so we can take an example of a template for an idiom. So the name of our idiom is a counted body. The context here is we need to create an interface. So whatever the interface that we have created, we need to have a particular class to handle that interface. So whatever the interfaces that we have taken, so through that interface we need to implement that. And how do we define a problem? The problem is taken care with respect to the assignment in terms of a C++, and we are trying to define it recursively as member by member with copying as a termination of the recursion. So in this way we can identify that. And the next thing is when we are defining a problem, we need to have a three different forces for a counted body. So what are these three different forces? So one is a having a copying of bodies with an expensive storage requirement. So what is the processing time? So that can be taken care. And the next thing is we need to identify what are the different pointers, what are the different references that are made. And the next thing is we need to share the assignments in a semantic manner. So whatever the modifications that we are trying to use, so those things has to be taken care. And the next thing is we need to provide a solution. So in what way we are trying to provide a solution? So by using a memory management. So memory management is one of the concern that when we are trying to implement any particular application. So how the applications are being implemented. So how much memory will be taken. Say for example, you are trying to download an app in your mobile. So it will show you what is the total space when you is required when you are downloading that APK file. If that sufficient memory is not there, then it will not allow you to download. So we need to identify how does we can manage the memory. So that is one of the important concern. And next thing is having the relationship between patterns. So we can have a relationship between patterns hmm, based on a smaller pattern or a larger pattern. So when you say a larger pattern, we are trying to integrate a different software components. So depending upon a software components, we are trying to combine with each other. So after combining, so how the entire pattern is going to work as a single component that we are looking together. So that is how we are trying to create a relationship between patterns. So any doubts you are having, Harini?
No doubts, ma'am.
No doubts. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to discuss on a MAC pattern, architectural pattern. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. I'm going to end my session. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So did you receive the friend sheet of SD Lab?
Yes, ma'am.
Yesterday I have sent.